All right, welcome to the second episode of the Mixed Blend, kind of, technically,
Technically.
Yeah, we are at 1428 Elm Street, which, for anybody who knows movies or horror movies, knows exactly where the hell we're at.
Please find us. We're stuck here.
Today's episode is brought to you by Hypnosil, for when your dreams try to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I haven't slept for 5 days.
Yeah, coffee, meth, Hypnosil, it all works.
It all works. Alrighty, what do we got on the chart today, Blackwell? What do we got?
We got a bunch of stuff. Number one, we're short a couple people today.
Yep.
They apparently didn't take the Hypnosil, so they're fucking dead.
Well,
so we're missing D and Joey tonight.
They're in fucking rehab. Let's just say it. They're in rehab. We're missing D. This is your faithful co-host, Sam Sharon, and
Zach Blackwell.
So we're here to bring you a little something just so we can get one episode for you guys. Because for those faithful listeners out there, we want to try to stay with you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But we got a few things we're going to cover tonight. First of which being, speaking of which, we did the Blair Witch camping experiment last weekend. That ended up being a tremendous success, so thank you to everybody who was a part of it, came out, had some fun, got scared with us, went and saw the new Blair Witch movie. It was a good time. But first thing I want to touch on, though, is came across a theory regarding the Blair Witch movie. So, spoilers, if you haven't seen the movie, or
if you haven't even seen the first one, you're not going to like this.
Right. But if you saw the new Blair Witch movie, you encounter some sort of creature or witch type thing towards the end of the movie, and you think it's the witch, but number one, the writer or director, whoever it was, said it actually wasn't the witch that we see, so that's pretty fucking crazy.
Nope, it was not the witch. The writer, Simon Barrett, said it's not the witch, it's something else entirely.
Which leads us to other theories. Could it be the sister that they're looking for? We don't know, but
I personally like the theory of it. Could be the sister that whatever, she was the one that got taken over the last person that was left there had to do.
Right, how it'll just kind of manifest in whoever went missing or who was taken by the witch, whatever have you. But just something cool we found, thought we'd throw out there. More or less just talking for the sake of talking tonight. Even then things can get a little fucking wild, even when we're just having a conversation. So
yeah, that's very true, very, very true. Well, one thing we can jump into again, if there's anybody out there who's actually listening right now, comment on here and tell us your top 3 to 5 most quotable movies, and we'll talk about ours right now. What is some top 3 or top 5 for you right now?
Yeah, so if you're anything like me or Sam or Darius or Joey,
we talk by quoting movies.
Like 95% of our day-to-day dialogue is movie quotes.
Yeah.
It could be a humorous conversation, it could be a pretty heated, serious conversation, and we'll end up just fucking...
the quote will be thrown out there.
Be like, swear to me!
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Do you bleed?
Do you bleed? But, but we want
Martha.
we want to know what your guys' top 3, maybe 5 all-time quotable movies are. So those movies that have those lines that you could just throw anywhere during the day. For me, one is definitely Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt is so fucking quotable. And that might just be within my circle of friends, because they kind of know, they kind of get it. But
yeah,
what do you think, Sam?
I think Joe Dirt's a very quotable movie. I actually quoted a lot with our mutual friend Stephen Morris.
Stephen.
Stephen Morris, shout out. I quote just that. One of my favorite lines is like, no, that says deer tay. He's like, no, that says dirt. Don't try to pretty it up, boy.
It's deer tay.
I love that shit. Are these queer?
Is this queer?
Yeah.
They're larging and charging.
I think I actually got a conversation with somebody else about this, about most quotable. One of theirs was Step Brothers.
Man, that's an easy one.
That's what I'm saying. It is easy.
If you're just not a human being living in the 21st century, if you don't know at least one line from the movie Step Brothers.
If you're a drinker and you've never said, "I remember my first beer," then you should kill yourself.
Last time I heard that, I was so young I fell off my dinosaur.
Yeah, man.
There was one. It very rarely works to where you're set up for it. But when he's in the treehouse and he says, "Hey, Derek, you know what's good for shoulder pain? If you lick my butthole."
I love Derek's line of, "Punch me in the fucking face!" I fucking lost.
You just fucking decked him.
Yeah, man, I love that shit. I mean, you geriatric fuck!
So I'm gonna fill a pillowcase with a bar of soaps and beat the shit out of you with it.
I'm burying you. But I'm alive. Shut up, you're waking the neighbors. That whole movie is quotable. Pretty much any older Will Ferrell movie is quotable, though.
It's crazy to think that Step Brothers is an older movie now.
Well, it's made, 2008, man?
Yeah, that's fucking 8 years ago. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That was 8 years ago.
God.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. I feel fucking old.
It's fucking nuts.
Another quotable movie, I think all of us quote Tarantino quite a bit. Man. Obviously.
Absolutely.
Some things we probably shouldn't requote. But...
it's been tons of times where I'll go into a smoke shop or something and say, "Give me a pack of red apples." And they just won't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, then D actually remember D has that story about how he got the bad motherfucker wallet?
Oh, man, I got the bad motherfucker wallet.
Well, but D lost it.
Did he?
Yeah, he lost it. He called me and told me he lost it. And at a bar, he had a call. He goes, "I lost my wallet." And the bartender goes, "What is it? Which one?" He goes, "It's one that says bad motherfucker on it."
I haven't heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah. He told me that story and I fucking lost it. So I was like, of course, you get to do that. That's the coolest thing ever. So that's a pretty cool story.
I don't care who you are. When you first saw Pulp Fiction, nobody ever thought the wallet was actually going to say bad motherfucker.
No, I honestly did not think so.
All right, we got Joey chatting in from rehab here. He's got a couple of suggestions for quotable movies.
Austin Powers is definitely one of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then he put Billy Madison, and I think we actually just kind of talked about that not too long ago.
Stop looking at me,
Schwan! Oh, God. It's always the most annoying quotes I ever heard, because it's got said so many times. And then, shut up!
Eric!
No, you stay in school.
No gibberish tonight.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. I'm gonna rewatch it just because he brought it up. But he also said Anchorman.
That's absolutely up there. Absolutely.
Oh, and who do you think's the most quotable from Anchorman, though?
Oh man,
I'll say Brick Tomlin, dude.
I'm gonna say Brick, or obviously
Brian.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They say 65% of the time it works every time. They make it out of real panther.
It smells like pure gasoline.
It smells like Bigfoot's dick. Brick, when he's doing this intro, he's putting ice cream into a toaster. He's like, doctors have said I am mentally retarded. And then Whammy.
You got the classic. I love Lamp.
And Joe agrees that Brick is the most quotable.
Thank you, Joe. We miss you, brother. We wish you were here. Get sober.
Yes. That doesn't make sense, is what he said. I don't know what he said that to.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Joe, can you clarify? Joe, can you hear me? Clarify. What does not make sense?
Joe's actually not in rehab. He's hiding out because he stabbed a man in the heart with a trident.
So Joe killed a man.
Yeah, I saw that. He's
probably lay low for a while.
Stay with close friends or relatives. You're probably wanted for murder. Brick, where'd you get the hand grenade? I don't know.
There's one that D and I always go back and forth on is Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers.
Oh man, easily.
Yeah, no, he's talking about the 65% of the time. That line. I know it doesn't make sense, and that's the.
It doesn't make sense. That's the point.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers. I think we just quoted that at the camping trip a lot.
Oh man.
Yeah,
when they're playing football.
Daiquiris.
Daiquiris. I think he's on steroids, like trying to cover a fucking racehorse.
He's tell you what that is. 5 years.
So that's 5 generations of hard lodge breeding. So he calls it art.
It's crap.
Dribbles his own blood on a canvas.
No, well, people
it around with a stick.
Well, people express their ways and express themselves in different ways.
It's crap.
Yeah, it's crap.
Death, you are my bitch lover.
Yeah, Todd. Tell that mean ocean.
Stogies? You hear that? Your dog didn't take the hypnosil.
No, he didn't. That's Freddy killing the dog.
Don't say his name.
No, definitely Anchorman. I don't know. I quote a Deadpool now a lot too.
Oh man, definitely. Definitely. Let's see, what else do we got here?
Anything else, Joey, you want to add?
Come on, Joey, save us.
So Deadpool is definitely one of my favorite quotable movies.
The Zamboni line he has is
You're gonna
hilarious.
die in about 5 minutes.
You're about to be killed by a Zamboni.
Tell me where your fucking boss is.
You're gonna die in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of that. You know, what else did I talk about? Deadpool's quotable. A lot of new movies are quotable, actually, I would say.
They're getting there.
Quotable. So,
But yeah, leave us some comments on the page. You know, we want to know what you think are some quotable movies. Joey,
this house breathes. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god, Talladega Nights is a good one.
Yeah. What else did you got on the agenda tonight, Blackwell?
Let's take a look at my list here. We could probably take an opportunity to talk about the little trip we've got planned in November.
Yes.
Heading up to the Villisca Axe Murder House. We are going to be staying there all night, and we're going to be broadcasting all night from the Axe Murder House. We're going to try to catch us some hauntings, you know. We're going to
be video broadcast, too.
We will be live video broadcasting, but also on the flip side, we're going to debunk any hauntings that may or may not have happened there.
Yep.
You know, so if there's anything shady going on, I mean, it's going to go either way. Either something's going to happen, or nothing's going to happen, or something's going to try to happen, and we're going to catch it. It's going to be a fun time. We've got a few spots open still if you would like to participate.
Do we know exactly how many spots we have left? Like, was it like 2, 3?
I think it is 2 or 3.
Okay.
It is $75 per person. But food, we're going to be staying there overnight, so you might want to bring some sleeping bags, blankets, whatever have you.
Yeah, bring your pillows, sleep on your own pillows, sleeping bags, everything.
There's no bailing out until morning, though. You know, until dawn.
I don't think I'll sleep, so that's not gonna be a problem for me.
Right. So I mean, once you're there, you're there, and I mean it's going to be a good time. I think
it is. It'll be fun. We'll have some fun drinking and stuff like that, and we'll just make it really fun for everybody to be there. Not only that, but actually like, explore the fucking shit.
Right, and we're gonna kind of just go into a little bit of the history of the house while we're there. We're gonna, I was looking into this website, gonna try to get copies of the case files and whatnot, and photographs of the scene and all that good stuff.
We'll do a better job than Ghost Adventures did.
I never saw that episode, in all honesty.
Well, honestly, that's the Nick Kroll that's the show that Nick Kroll makes fun of.
Okay.
When he does ghost bouncers. So, but yeah, we'll do a better job. And I'm really excited for it. I like doing stuff outside of my comfort zone, so this is definitely going to be outside of that.
Absolutely. So, November 13th, it's all-night trip, live broadcast all night, plus live video feed. We're working with a few options to try to get live angles from a few different parts of the house.
Yep.
Should be a pretty good time. But if you are interested or want any more information, contact either Joey Pazzi, Darius, Sam, or I. We will set you up. $75 per person. And, we're
stoked.
We're looking forward to it, to say the least.
We're stoked. Well, and then so moving on from that though, what do you think is the best movie soundtrack?
Best movie soundtrack.
Or worst? You can say worst.
Oh man. Well, shit. It's a tough one. Now, I mean,
are you a fan of movie soundtracks though?
I am if they're actually good. I mean, you could look at it a few different ways though. I mean, you could look at it as, are these just awesome songs that are in the movie, or are these songs that line up well with the movie and actually fit? Like this Breakfast Club, for example. I don't necessarily like every single song that they're playing in that movie, but it all fits.
Yeah.
It fits the movie.
Yeah.
One way or
I would
the
say movies such as 8 Mile and
8 Mile's
Hustle
a
and
good
Flow,
one.
I would say maybe keep that out because those songs were written specifically for that movie.
Right. 8 Mile, I give a lot of credit to that soundtrack just because, number one,
Lose Yourself won a fucking Oscar.
Yeah, it won an Oscar for best
original song.
Yeah, best original rap song, and it never been done before with rap or hip hop. So, I mean that's going to be up there for me. But not even just on Eminem's end of it. You know, all the other artists that were on there were ridiculous. You know, but going back to Eminem, all the songs that were in that movie, they were written for the movie. You know, you've got like Run Rabbit, or you've got this actual song 8 Mile.
8 Mile Road. Dun, 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 dun. Yep.
It was good stuff. And I mean, they kind of tried to do the same thing with 50 Cent's movie, that Get Rich or Die Trying. And it just didn't work. I mean, there were some good tracks on there, but it wasn't.
Window Shopper was dope. I like that song.
Was good.
I like that song. I just didn't like that movie in general.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know. I just don't like that now. And also Flow soundtrack. I don't know if you're a fan of that movie Black Hole at all.
I didn't dislike it. I mean, I've only seen it maybe once or twice though.
Well, you know, like 3 6 Mafia.
See, I've never really been a big fan of 3 6 Mafia though.
Really?
I tried, but I don't know what it is about them. I'm just not a big fan.
You a fan of Juicy J though?
No, I'm not. I don't know.
Sounded very sure about that.
I'm at 110% not a fan of Juicy J.
I can tell you the worst movie soundtrack.
Right,
Lost in Space. Lost in Space soundtrack was just all techno music and it was garbage.
Alright, I've got one for the best. I mean, this is probably a pretty widespread answer, but the soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy was just all around grade A. I mean, they're great songs, and they all fit the movie and the story, and at the times the songs were played in the movie, it was perfect. Just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Joey, you're not saying anything. What do you think is a good or bad movie soundtrack?
Yeah, for sure. Let us know what you think, Joe. We'll come back to you on that one.
And, you know, everyone listening, you know, leave us a comment. You know, what do you think? Good movie soundtracks, bad movie soundtracks.
Do you like soundtracks in general?
Yeah, do you like them in general? Let us know. I mean, because we're genuinely interested.
I am. I'm definitely interested. I want to hear other people's opinions about whether or not they like soundtracks or not. One thing that I will say though, Joey, I just got his Facebook message. I'll read my comment, fuckers. So I didn't know this until actually recently. I don't really pay attention to it at all. It's kind of a local thing here, but they canceled Laserfest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Laserfest, I mean, if for some reason you don't know and you've been living under a rock for the last 15 years, Laserfest was pretty gigantic. What was that? Oh, I'll take care of it. It was a pretty gigantic music festival that Laser 1033 put on every year. Had some of the greatest bands of all time show up there. And it was some of the best memories I've ever had just growing up. But unfortunately, they just kind of progressively, lost its traction. Got smaller crowds and not as many bigger bands were coming through, and people just stopped going, and they ended up canceling it. But one thing that was kind of crossing my mind is what if I had the chance to replace Laserfest, what would I do and how would I do it? I mean, would I keep it rock and metal? Would I mix up genres? Would I make it a multiple day festival like Laser tried doing? There's just so many things you could do. One thing I loved about Laserfest, though, is outside of just the concert part, is that all the activities you can do there. It was kind of like a miniature Iowa State Fair. You had food, you had other stuff like tattoo parlors and piercing shops, and a lumberyard dunk tank was there several years. That was a good time.
Everybody loves titties.
But if I had a crack at it, I would like to mix things up, and do...
I would do a multiple sound festival.
Yeah, I'm not talking like country or, things like that.
Even that, I would bring in country just because it would bring in the crowd. If it was me as a promoter, I would do to whatever it takes. Just like Wells Fargo bringing in Florida, Georgia state line, whatever the fuck that is.
No.
But yeah, maybe I would do like a hip hop, metal, pop punk, all that kind of stuff. Kind of like Warped Tour or like Lollapalooza, right? That's
Lollapalooza is a great example. It's not all just one genre. I would like to have your rock and your metal and but I would want to throw in hip hop and some alternative stuff. Kind of like what 8035 does, but just not all these hipster-ish.
8035 is just indie music. Now, I do like indie music.
Yeah, there is some good indie music out there, but if I'm going to put a festival on, I'm going to make sure bands and acts show up that are going to draw a crowd. Not not at the risk of sounding, closed-minded, but bigger names, or at least, well-known, I should say.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Like, it'd be more of a bigger sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's more of an attraction to a widespread than just a certain people.
Exactly. Not just basically booking anybody just because they asked to be booked. Obviously, I would book some smaller bands that are just starting out, that are just getting some traction.
Yeah, those are called openers, though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, to give them a shot. But I would want bands that, not necessarily have a ton of mainstream radio play, but just well known.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you on that. Like I said, I'd like to see like a hip hop festival. Like I think we had one this year, but it was like nothing too big.
515 Alive.
That one there was actually a hip hop festival.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't know if it was here. It might have been like in Council Bluffs or something, but
yeah.
But we had something like that. I don't know how well it did or anything like that, but I like to mix those up and bring all those people out there into one spot.
Because we, in Des Moines in general, it hasn't been up until the last several years, but we've had some really good hip hop acts come through. Bone Thugs and Harmony have come through here a couple of times. Nos was just here over the summer, which is incredible. I wish I would have gotten a chance to see Nos.
I would have wished I would have gotten to see Nos. I'm a little upset. And I know Weezer was here last year. I don't know. I really wish I would have saw Weezer, but that's just me.
And then Schoolboy Q is going to be here this winter at Seven Flags, I think it is. And
I didn't know that.
He's not huge by any means, but he's awesome. And I'm used to seeing terrible shit when it comes to rap and hip hop come through here, like Machine Gun Kelly coming here for the 19th time, or fucking Tech Nine. God fucking help me. And I know there are people out there that love Tech Nine
and MGK,
but I can't stand them.
Blackwell's like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't, and I just don't fucking like them. I tried to like them. I gave them a fair shot, but I don't.
You know what really bothered me about Machine Gun Kelly, besides the fact that I just don't really like his voice in general, but he took a great acoustic song and like turned it into a rap song called "Swing Life Away."
Huh.
That's by Rise Against.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did, and he had Kellen Quinn sing on it.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was just garbage.
Yeah, there's just all these terrible, and they may not be terrible in your opinion, but these are all just a bunch of rappers that they're popular right now, and that in 5 years, like MGK especially, in 5 years nobody's going to give a shit about MGK. Nobody.
Joe said because there's a lot of white people. That's why we don't have.
That's a good point.
This is a good point. Joey also said he's going to kill me.
He's gonna what?
Kill me. So
it's harassment, Joe.
No, that's a promise. Like Joe probably will. I read your comment though, so you can't. I just read on Facebook. Someone posted, so is ISIS still a thing?
Is ISIS still a thing? I kind of hope so.
I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Oh, as a comic book fan, you'll like this. Sorry, I'm just going through my Facebook stuff that I wanted to talk about tonight. Did you see who's going to be playing like a Bloodshot character? Jason David Frank.
Really?
The Green Ranger is coming back to play Bloodshot, the comic book character.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's getting his own show or anything like that, but he's just been casted as him or something.
Huh.
So,
Green Ranger making a comeback.
I guess.
Alright, Joey, I'm reading your comments. Tattoo the Earth. That was... I never got to go to Tattoo the Earth, but I've heard nothing but awesome stories. Slipknot played Tattoo the Earth, by the way, Joey. Huh! But Mudvayne...
Did Mudvayne play it?
Mudvayne played. I'm pretty sure Drowning Pool was there. Limp Bizkit was there. Hot dog flavored water! Yeah, that was my Fred Durst impersonation.
It's a pretty good impression. Yeah. I'll give you that.
But
hot dog flavored water.
One thing I would like to do as far as a festival goes, though, is maybe make it kind of a, not like totally traveling, but make it 2 or 3 stops in the Midwest. Start in Des Moines, and then maybe do like
Kansas City or some shit.
Yeah, Kansas City or Wisconsin or something like that. Actually, I take that back. I'd want to keep it just in the Des Moines area.
Really? I'll do a multi-day. I'll do a multi-day in Des Moines area.
That would be cool, and I think that's where Laser really started to screw things up, because they did a 2-day Laser Fest, but I don't know if it was because of booking the bands or scheduling conflicts, but the 2 days were separated by one other day. So it was like a Friday and then nothing on Saturday, but then the second day was on a Sunday. And I think
you have to have it back to back.
Yeah, you got to have it back to back because, that's just kind of the way it works. But I can't give them too much negativity just because I grew up going to Laser Fest.
I remember one year they had so many fucking bands that I wanted to see that I didn't go. They had like Papa Roach, Smile Empty Soul.
That was Stage. 2010.
Yeah.
Or wait, no. Smile Empty Soul was 2007.
Yeah, so that's the one.
Yeah, that was awesome. I hung out and met Smile Empty Soul for the first time. That was fucking cool.
They're
I
chill
think
dudes.
Hinder headlined it.
Did they?
There's Papa Roach and Buck Cherry.
See, that's a band I wouldn't mind seeing.
Drowning Pool. There's a ton of them there. They're never going to top the lineup they had in 2010, though. It was sold out, 25,000 people all at the Indianola Balloon Grounds. You had like Rob Zombie, Godsmack, Alice Cooper. It was just absolutely incredible. Some of the best times of my life were at Laserfest.
Yeah. That's awesome. I never got to go. I never went to one single Laserfest.
You've never been to a Laserfest at all?
Never.
Wow, that blows my mind.
Yeah, for the fact that you know me as a person.
Right.
Yeah, I've never been to a single one.
is ridiculous. You're fucking nuts, dude.
Sorry, man. I just never. It always happened a time where I didn't have money, and I never wanted to fucking go. I couldn't go.
Yeah. That's a bummer, dude.
Yep.
But
what'd you hear about in Canada?
Oh shit. So it was either earlier today or yesterday. I was reading that Canada passed some sort of bill that will allow the euthanization of pit bulls as a breed of dog. Like, just straight up. I shouldn't say just straight up, but I mean, there's a few guidelines, I think it was, but I know one of them was, if you weren't up to date on registration with the dog and have all its shots, or if this was the crazy one, but if when you took it out, you didn't have it on a leash that was 4 feet long or shorter, then it's ground for being euthanized, I guess. I'm trying to pull some information up on it now.
I'm trying to look it up too myself. I want to know. I want to know if it's true. Well, no, it's still continuing as debate. It's Montreal pit bull ban.
Oh, so it's still they're still
I think they're still debating it. Yep.
Yeah.
So this is as of 3 days ago.
I've got one here. Where is it? Up September 29th, so yesterday. Montreal pit bull ban gives government authority to kill dogs with taxpayer dollars.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that I'm living in Canada and that means I'm paying for dogs to get murdered? And people to still be on heroin? Jesus Christ.
Canada's ridiculous. So it says, owners of Staffordshire Bull Terriers, American Bull Terriers, American Staffordshire Terriers, mixes of these breeds, and any dog who presents characteristics of these breeds must obtain a special permit for their pet by December 31st. Dogs can further be designated as at-risk or dangerous. At-risk animals have bitten someone or exhibited other aggressive behaviors, while dangerous dogs are those that have killed a human or received the designation by an expert. Mayor Dennis Cordair says that the council had to adopt the bylaw to protect all Montrealers, and to ensure they feel secure. Trying to go through here and see what the rest of the guidelines are.
There's a lot of shit you have to read.
Yeah, I'm going to try to just keep it short.
So pretty much what I get from what you just read is if you don't follow these guidelines, we have every right just to kill your dog.
Right. If the dogs in Montreal shelters, or if the dogs in the Montreal shelter system don't find homes before October 3rd, they're being dealt a hand that's as close to a death sentence as you can get. And even those that do find homes in the next few days could be right back in the same perilous situation if their adoptive parents don't take the measures required by the law.
Wait, you tell me they're giving like a couple of days?
I guess so. October 3rd?
October 3rd is it's next, fucking what? Next week?
Jesus. Yeah. 3 days from now.
Jesus Christ.
Where are these guidelines here? That's...
October 3rd is a fucking Monday. Wait, we're going to kill a dog on a Monday?
It's a terrible Monday.
Oh, shit. Everyone got a case of the Mondays? Yeah, they killed my fucking dog.
Office Space. That's another quotable movie.
yeah, that's a great quotable movie.
Yeah, that's just... They're just trying to make the breed of dog go extinct, I guess. I saw another one that... Or one of those other guidelines that if they're unsure about a breed, then they're subject to like DNA testing and things like that. Like, they're just really cutting down to trying to kill these fucking animals.
Oh shit! Let's move outside. I agree, man. It's fucking crazy.
It's not necessarily cool.
No. What's your? I mean, if you want to go, what's See, Darius is also messaging now on our messenger.
Hello, D.
What's Joe and Darius' thoughts on that?
Yeah, Joe, D. What do you think about pit bulls being euthanized just because they're pit bulls. We'll wait.
Shit. My God, dude! Like, just imagine the cops coming to your door and being like, now we see you own a pit bull.
We're checking for pit bulls in the area.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Canada is just all sorts of fucking nuts anymore. They're legalizing heroin and passing laws to kill off the pit bulls. I mean, what's next? Concentration camps?
Oh yeah, your eyes are all gonna take showers, but gas chambers? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Canada's falling on hard times. So, we'll move away from that kind of sad fact until like Joe or Darius says something.
There was another thing I was thinking about too. Everybody's talking about all the debates that are going to be going on between Trump and Clinton for the candidacy for being president of the United States of America. And I watched clips and highlights of the one that they just did, and some of the stuff that they were covering, it was just bullshit, and it got me thinking, what if we sanctioned the presidential debates and we told them what topics they had to debate? What would we throw at them?
It's like another quotable movie that I don't know if anyone else quotes it at all, but I quote Airheads.
Yeah, there we go.
Lemmy or God?
Short question, Lemmy is God.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
cop.
He's a fucking cop.
Yeah. No, dude. No, I would know. So guys, if we had to ask Trump or Hillary questions on a debate right now, think of those questions and post them. Let's hear what you guys would ask.
I think we could get some good answers from you guys. We're gonna get a link up on the page, and yeah, we want to hear what you would ask Clinton and Trump. Like, why should they be the ones to run our country?
Well, what's the question you would ask, Blackwell? Let me hear what.
No.
Let's hear what you would ask.
I would ask what their favorite genre of music was. I mean, favorite bands.
Trump looks like he listens to old Johnny Cash, like the song that was an American History X.
Old Johnny Cash is good though.
It is good, but
I don't see him listening to any type of good music.
I don't know. I think he would. I think Hillary would listen to terrible music. Like, Hillary's favorite song is Friday by Rebecca Black.
Fuck.
Fun. Like, that's what I would see her listening to.
She's probably got that fucking track on repeat all day long.
She thinks it's hip and it's up to date with the kids today. Because I don't know if you are on YouTube as much as I am, but they've been playing a lot of her ads on there.
Yeah.
Where she's only been about the kids like the last couple of years or some shit like that.
Blah, blah, blah. Kids are the future. Blah, blah, blah. You don't give a fuck about those kids.
We hit them.
But, yeah, again, let us know what you think would be a good topic for Clinton and Trump to discuss. I mean, I could go on and on about what I'd have them discuss.
DC or Marvel.
That's a really good one. If they're a DC comic fan or a Marvel comic fan,
and if so, name your favorite comics from that publisher
and why.
Mm-hmm.
Said, "Oh, you're a Batman fan? Name one villain that hasn't been in a movie."
Trump would be like, "Make America great again."
Make Batman great again.
Fuck. And actually, it's really funny that you brought that up. Make Batman great again. Did you know Wesley Snipes is pissed at the fact that Donald Trump is open about not paying taxes, and Wesley Snipes tweeted like, "Really, Blade's gonna spend 50 years in prison for that?"
But Trump can get away from it.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
So then he did hashtag Make Blade Great Again.
Make Blade great again. That's awesome.
So
they need to just bring Snipes back into a Blade movie. Let him do one more.
He says he has one more in him, and I would love to see. I mean, that's the only person that can play Blade in my eyes. I don't know who else could play Blade.
I don't. It would have to be an unknown, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
You want to know who they had rumored?
I think I've heard this.
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
the dude
yeah.
who played the Human Torch.
Get the
new
fuck out of
Fantastic.
here. That would be a good topic to have them debate over. Is what is their position on having characters or having actors that starred in Marvel movies now star in DC movies or vice versa? Are they okay with it? When is it okay? When is it not okay? How far is too far? You know,
How far is too far, though?
Is it okay that Ben Affleck is playing Batman since he already played Daredevil? And if they say anything other than yes, then they lost.
They lost. I would agree with that. God, I fucking hate both. I hate both the candidates that we have.
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna like
Hillary's
him.
a murderer. Trump's just a fucking... I just don't understand.
He's just a racist piece of
He's
shit.
a bigot. I don't understand how he's got this far.
He has no experience. He basically just either paid his way or talked his way in there. One of the two.
But even, how can he talk his way in there? Because what he talks about is fucking stupid.
I don't fucking know.
So I just don't get it.
I don't either.
Uh,
Okay, here's another topic for him.
Oh, for the candidates?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to French fries, do you dip your French fries in the ketchup, or do you drizzle the ketchup on the pile of French fries?
Well, what do you prefer?
You drizzle them.
No.
You drizzle them. What are you, fucking?
But is it in a group setting?
No,
Or is it a private
this
setting?
is any fucking time. What are you, a Nazi? You fucking communist?
I feel like you have to clarify for them. You have to clarify those questions. Like they'd probably ask that. You know, would it be in a group setting? Do I drizzle my French fries? I agree. I like the drizzle.
You drizzle them.
I do.
And if Trump, you know he dips it. Clinton, she doesn't even use ketchup when she eats French fries.
Plain French fries.
Get the fuck out of here.
Disgusting.
She probably eats them plain, no salt, nothing.
God.
This is gone way too far with the ketchup and the fries.
I was about to bring up, like, I think Bebop's has some of the best French fries. I don't know why.
I love Bebop's French fries.
I just love Bebop's.
Yeah.
So, I think I wanted to. I briefly talked about this, and you want to bring this up too. I like to. What's your? You said comic book earlier for movie, the best comic book made to movie adaptation.
Oh yeah.
But I think we should make it to just the best book as well too. But
yeah, we've got a few minutes left. We've got 2 minutes left, so we could cover that.
Quickly cover that.
Yeah.
What's some also the worst though?
Some of the worst.
Yes.
Dee and I were talking about this, or maybe it was on one of the episodes, but Rumblefish. Rumblefish, it's a book by S.E. Hinton. She wrote The Outsiders book. Rumblefish is another one. It's set in that same time. It's in the same world, but the movie adaptation was just absolutely terrible. It was just... I can't even put it into words. I mean, terrible acting, very slow moving. The black and white filming just didn't work, in my opinion, which it should have, but it didn't.
Would you blame the director of that? Maybe he didn't capture the essence? Because do you think black and white could have worked?
It absolutely could have worked. Dee and I were talking about this too. If they were to do a modern, like a modern reboot or a remake of Rumblefish, black and white could work if it's done right. You know, I mean, look at movies like Sin City. Sin City was all black and white for the most part. Yeah, the first one. And it was perfect.
It was perfect. And not only that, wasn't it black and white? It had the perfect amount of color, too,
Yeah.
for what they wanted to use the color for what the graphic novel does.
Now, what do you think?
I think one of the worst is Aragon.
I never read the book or saw the movie.
I read the book and I saw the movie. And the book was really good, and the movie was just absolutely horseshit.
Mm.
It was terrible. One of my favorite books I brought to life was Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's
because
a good
it's
one.
literally the exact word for word almost.
Yeah.
And the actors in that just were amazing.
Yeah. All right, we're coming up on 15 seconds here. Thank you guys for tuning in to new episode of The Mixed Blend, an unhealthy mix of all things black and white.
Yep.
Tune in next week. I'm your co-host, Zach Blackwell.
This is Sam Sharon. We'll see you next time.
Peace.